talk today about this topic of feeling like your life is a mess. Like, do you feel like your life is a mess or in shambles? I've been there several times in my life, and so I wanted to talk about that. If you're feeling like this is where you are, stay to the end. I have some tips for you. Before I get into that, just make sure you're subscribed to my channel, hit the bell so you get notified when I go live. I don't always know when I'm going live because I like to just talk about what's on my mind and share with y'all when the moment hits. I also have a Facebook group for burnt out moms. It's called Burnt Out Moms, so search Facebook, join the group. There's lots of tips, advice, guest speakers, encouragement, all kinds of stuff in there. Check the guide section for support. Okay, so, oh, my dog's pulling me. You feel like your life is kind of a mess. And we were talking about this in group this week about kind of like when something blows up. And this could happen daily when you just feel like in your family something has blown up and everything's a mess all of a sudden. And it might not be all of a sudden, like right now, I feel like my house is in a shambles, is in a mess. Oh, there is a tractor coming, so it might get loud. So back to school. Yep. Back to school, you know, you plan ahead, you try to get all the things together, make sure you have, you know, the rooms set up and cleaned, and like you have a system. I mean, this is me. I don't know if it's you, but you want to, you know, have a system of when you're going to have laundry ready and, you know, take care of the dishes and just make sure that things are, you know, kind of set so that when there's a huge change like back to school, that you can kind of ease into that change, and like the rest of the day-to-day stuff is kind of set, right? Well, we're on like this is the third week of school. My kids were already sick. Unexpected things came up. We bought a new car. We had to bring it to do something. And, you know, now things are a mess in my house, a shambles. So this could happen daily, weekly, monthly. But what if you're in a place where you just feel like, I don't even know what's going on in my life anymore. I don't know where to start. Everything's a mess. Like pieces of you have just left and are floating in the nether regions. You don't know how to get back to them. You don't know how to bring them back in to yourself, pieces of you, parts of you. It may be because you went through a giant transformation. Like for me, losing both my parents. Could be a divorce. Could be a giant move. I had one of those where we moved halfway across the country to take care of my mother-in-law and didn't have jobs, nothing. We just left it and go. We had a 6-month-old baby. New parents, new place. Everything felt like I was just like pieces of me were left in New York and I didn't know where they were anymore. So you may be feeling that way. How do I get started? How do I get back into connecting with your dreams, your desires, your body? So a couple of things couple of tips. First, make a list of everything that brings you joy. And this could be from the past. Like this could be from childhood. Things that you just love. Like me, it's nature. I remember as a kid playing in the woods, riding my bike, climbing trees. So I make a point to get into nature daily. So make a list of things that bring you joy. Reading a book. Where can you read a book for 15 minutes a day? Right? So that's tip number 1. Make your list of things that bring you joy. And tip number 2, what can you be grateful for right now in your life? What is going well? So oftentimes when things are just in disarray, we can only see what's not working. Make a list of things that you're grateful for, things that are going well, things that are working, maybe things that you didn't realize you enjoy that are now part of your change. Like, I don't know, take divorce, for instance. Like, yes, there's tons of things that you can think of that are not good, that you are against. Make a list of things that are going to be beneficial from that change. Okay, so that's tip number 2. And tip number 3 is that oftentimes when we are in a state of not knowing what to do, we want to change, we often get into like, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that, I'm going to plan, control. What if you just let go of it and rested? And oftentimes when we get that rest, that's when the ideas start flowing. The the executive functioning comes back on, where we can critically think through something, we can solve the problem, we can feel safe enough to like take a risk, call a person for help, or call somebody for a new job or whatever it is. Send that email. So rest, take a day, like just not plan anything. And then that executive functioning comes online. We just calm the nervous system. Those are the 3 things I want to give you. And also have to leave you with that my launch price for Own the Home Revolution ends August 31st. This is the best time to come in. If you are feeling like you don't know how to bring those pieces back, your life is blown up, I don't really understand how to bring pieces back into my life, I have the self-guided courses of journaling, mindfulness, self-love, relaxation for better sleep. This is one of the courses in the self-guided course. There's also yoga classes, for recorded yoga classes. This is what I had to do when I was in a mess after my parents passed away, and I had 2 little kids. Committing to, I'm going once a month to a yoga class, once a month. And so I have a full moon class for every month of the year because of that reason. You can just commit to, I'm going to do this recording once a month, baby steps. So my program is all about meeting you where you are in your journey, coming from total burnout back to calm and responsive and joyful. And if you join at that price of self-guided courses, $333, you're going to get all the rest of the program until August 31st. You can come into the monthly coaching sessions if you are feeling like that's where you're at. There is going to be some awesome guests doing some body work, somatic movements, qigong, gentle yoga. We have talks on deconstructing faith, deconstructing motherhood. And I am excited to say, if you are now at a point where you're like, hey, I've been doing motherhood, or I've been out of the, working with my passions for so long that I'm ready to like develop a passion and get my work out there into the world, we're bringing in someone that is so versed at starting businesses and marketing them organically, grassroots, from home. So my program brings you from messiness to like homeostasis is the word I want to say. Kind of like, where's your groundedness? Back to groundedness. And when you're ready for the next level, the next level's there. So go to TanyaMilano.com, coaching tab, Om in the Home Revolution. Join, watch the video. The video shows you all about the different membership tiers, and that you can get all of it until August 31st for launch price. All right, I hope to see you in there and to take this next step to be the change you wish to see in your kids. Love you so much. Have a great day.